Hello ladies and gentlemen, you join myself and Tom Scholey here for a little roundup of a very interesting and action-packed weekend.
And most of all, Matt, an enjoyable weekend. I've had a fantastic time. Although, I must say, the results Saturday in the third round, wasn't it, of the Preston Innovations pole fishing pairs at Messingham Sands Fishery left a little bit to be desired, didn't it? For both of us, really.
Definitely.
But in particular, for me.
How did you get on, Mud? What did you have?
I weighed a £13,
Unlucky for some.
12 ounce. It was unlucky for me because it was last in the section by quite some margin. There was, I think, 4 people had £17 or 3 people had £17. The section winner, Brian Hawkes, had a massive £24.
Good, innit, Bri?
I said to him before the start, and it's true this, he's actually my nemesis angler, Brian.
Never beat him?
Never seemed to. Brilliant angler, does ever so well. I can't remember a time when I've drawn in Brian's section and beat him, and he seems to always have the upper hand. And I said this to him before the start, and he said, Tommy said, it's luck. He said, I'm always on a better peg. And I said, I don't believe it is. And I think Brian is like the silver fox of match fishing.
I've heard he puts mushy peas in his ground bait.
He's a bit good, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a bit good. He's very good at that sort of fish fishing.
He's good at every fishing, isn't he?
Yes, he's awesome. So, anyway, my match. Friday I had a little practice. A lovely day's fishing. I say practice. I did a feature for Match Fishing magazine, as it was, but it just happened to be at the same time. Caught.
Perks of the job.
Yeah, perks of the job. I caught 20 odd pound of roach, would you say?
Oh, at least. Some massive ones, didn't you?
Great big fish up in the water. Lovely fishing. Chianti fishing. You know, just through the water. And, oh, gorgeous. Right at home, almost. Right at home. And then on the match day, I actually drew the same lake. And I thought, oh, I quite fancy this. And I clattered them for an hour. I caught one a chuck for an hour. Great big ones. Like, oh, this is great. I thought I'm going to catch £40 here, easily, the first hour. I've just gone 2 hours, middle of the match, without a bite.
Oh,
Odd fish, but nothing. And last hour I got a little bit better, and I ended up with £13. It was almost as if the fish deserted me, which was very inconsiderate of them.
that's not very nice, is it?
No, but what about your match?
Well, my match left a lot to be desired for.
Yes?
In fact, I got a little snippet. I come third in my section out of 5. And to be honest, it was the coldest I've ever been. And just to give you a little taster, I've got a little snippet here for you of what happened in my match on Saturday. Well, here we are, folks. Round 3 of the Preston Innovations pole fishing pairs. And as you can see, rather damp. I'm absolutely freezing. That's my peg. Forgot my brolly. So, when you forget your brolly, I've got an excellent little tip for you. What you do is you put your car heater on, like this, and you get back in your car, and you have a sit down and you have a little warm up. Right, I've got capital FM on, I've got some biscuits in here, I forgot my flask, but the heater's nice and warm, so I'm going to dry myself out, warm up, and let them bream, move over my bait while all the other idiots fish. And I've only just thawed out now. My hands were numb, couldn't feel my fingers, it was terrible. But, I tell you what, I mentioned in the video that Andy Geldart was catching well.
Yes.
Caught from the start. I actually got an after-match interview with him.
I'm not being funny, mate, but I find it particularly disappointing that Andy beat you and won the section. Because actually, while I was shooting my feature at Messingham Sands on Friday, Matt was doing a feature with Andy Geldart for the next issue of Pole Fishing magazine, weren't you, mate?
I was. And then
he even showed you what he was doing. He showed you his tricks, and he still beat you.
He had the audacity to draw in my section.
Yeah.
And catch. Well, put it this way: he had £19.
Yeah.
The next best weight in the section was £7.
He did rather well, didn't he?
He did, and this is how he did it. Well, here I am, folks, after a very windy, wet and freezing cold day at Messingham Sands for the pole pairs. And with this chap here, though. I've had him in my section today, and he's made me look like a bit of a numpty, to be honest, hasn't you, mate?
No, not at all, Matt, not at all. It's in fact, well, it's normally the other way around. You
Give
make
up
me
there.
look like a numpty.
Stop it.
And
Stop
it's been payback time today.
Well, stop being modest and tell them what you've weighed.
I've had £19.
And what did that consist of?
That was mainly roach and skimmers.
Fantastic. Lovely day's
Beautiful
fishing.
days fishing, yeah.
How have you caught them?
Well, This morning I've thought, well, I'm not gonna. I've seen Scott Jeans in between me and you,
Yeah.
and he's got his pole at rest, ready to ball it in.
Badoosh!
And I thought, I'm not going down that road, so I went the opposite of him, and I've put one ball in,
Right.
and then I've loose fed on, and I've put one ball in. I'm topped up with tiny balls, with chopped worms, dead maggots, and pinkies in.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of joker, and then I fed another line. That was at 40 metres, and I fed another line at 14 metres with just an handful of casters, and then loose fed casters over the top, and just swapped between them and caught skimmers. For small skimmers up to 8 ounce, I've had 2 a pound, and then like roach from 2 ounce to 8 ounce.
Lovely days fishing, lovely days
It's
fishing.
been freezing, hasn't it? Absolutely freezing.
I come in the car and had a little
Every single
warm-up.
one of us in this section have had 5 minutes in car, haven't
That's
they?
how bad it's been.
Yeah.
How's your partner gone on, Mr. James Dent?
James has been a bit unlucky. He's ended up third in his section with £13.
Bless him.
At £12, there's been a 13 and then 19. Matt Derry's walked his section. He's
Right.
good though, Matt, innit?
Oh, good looking lad and all, innit?
Yeah, he is and all. How can he be good looking and good at fishing?
And from Birmingham. I
know.
don't know.
I know.
Well done for today, mate.
Thank
and
you,
from
love.
your section again, go a bit easier on me.
Well, I'm a bit disappointed because you always beat me.
Give over.
And then now everyone's going back to the pub, and I've got to go home.
Oh.
And I haven't even got bragging rights in the pub.
Well, I'm going to tell him I beat you.
Oh, don't do that. Tell Matt I drew a flyer and I was lucky.
All right. See you in a bit, love.
See you later, chaps.
He's a great looking guy, Andy Gill, that.
Is
I always,
he?
if I was a woman, I would marry Andy.
Would you?
I would. I think he's suitably blessed physically and psychologically.
A very lovable character.
Very
isn't he?
lovable, yes. He is cuddly. Just great, isn't he?
He is.
But unfortunately for him on the day, his partner James Dent was third, so they didn't win it. But the 2 people who did win it were Adam Wakelin and Des Ship, and they're the only pair ever to have won a round of the pole fishing pairs without a perfect 2-point score. There weren't one pair on Sunday that had 2 points. Des and Adam had 3 points, along with Callum and Will, and Sean and Cameron, and Alan and Oliver. And Adam and Des actually won it on weight count bank. So we've got a little interview with them as well. Right, we're here with the round winners, but also the overall leaders, and quite convincingly in first place at the moment, because you're winning it going into today. So to win it on the day as well, I think you're quite safe at the top now, guys. Just talk us through your match. Des, we'll start with you, because we know that this man here has got individual victory as well. So
I've drawn on Trip Lake, peg 14, and they said it was going to be really, really good. It's a good area of the lake. So they said lots of little F1s, some cruisins, bits of everything really. But they did say you could get problems with gudgeon. So that's all.
no.
So I've ended up.
Did you set a whip up?
No, I didn't set a whip up, Tom. No,
Picking it.
no, I didn't. But anyway, basically, I've done what I thought. I've potted in at 10 metres with some ground bait, some dead maggots. Didn't put any joker in because obviously with them saying there was lots of gudgeon, I thought no, I'll catch that out. I've potted in me 2 long lines in as well, 13 metres, and got bitted out really. Started catching gudgeon. So I thought, well, this ain't good. And I caught a few decent little dumpy roach. And what I'd done there, I thought I got to stop. I don't want to put any more ground bait in, so I started potting in quite a lot of maggot, just with the big pot, not with a little pot. And I caught some nice eyed. I caught one about £2, caught a couple of pound eyed, just on maggot on the bottom. And to be honest, that faded away, and I've caught quite a few of my fish at 10 metres, loose feeding maggot quite heavily. I've caught like 10 or 12 cruisins and some dumpy little roach and a few skimmers. Now, to be honest, when I weighed in £20, I didn't think I had that.
Yeah.
And that was enough for second in the section, so
Brilliant.
it was all right. Really.
Brilliant. Good result. And you've won the match individually on the day.
I have today. Yeah, I have.
Awesome display.
Same again. Yesterday when we come down, we pleasure fished the South Lake. Never even seen it before. Great complex, and we fished these 2 pegs, and we were both like, how good's this? Catching great big roach on maggots. Des fish long, board it. I fish short, loose feeding, and we had a great practice session. Fished for 2 hours, caught 20 odd pound a piece. You saw, obviously Des did his video. So I've drawn the same peg where I fished yesterday morning. I was like,
That's why I'm partners with them.
and started off like that. Obviously took what we learnt yesterday, and it was no use whatsoever.
No.
We caught all these great big roach yesterday. I've caught 1. So early part of the match, I've been fishing for the wrong species. I'm trying to catch these roach out. We caught them yesterday.
Yeah.
Loose feeding off at bottom, and they were all. I got a load of these little brown nosed skimmers. So when I've eventually sorted it out, I caught one a chuck for an hour and a half. First hour and a half, then it's faded a bit. And to be fair, it never got, I know it sounds thing, I've had £46, but it never got, you know, the way it was going, you were looking like you were going to catch £60.
Yeah.
But, you know, that, put a few more balls in, caught an odd fish, and then I've changed to worms in end, snipped some worms up, put a ball in, and had a last swim on worms in end. But they've all been, you know, all these big roach that we caught yesterday, I hadn't hardly seen any, all these little brown nose skimmers. So I've had a great day, mate.
Awesome. Well, very well done again, and have a lovely Christmas, and we'll see you folks in the new year for the next round.
Merry Christmas.
So that's Saturday out of the way, Thomas. Now we both went somewhere different, didn't we, on Sunday?
I had a lovely day on Sunday.
Where did you
I
go?
absolutely loved it. I went on a Stainforth and Keeper Canal at Thorn. I thought I'm making a concerted effort this winter to go and fish methods that I don't normally fish, because I think it's very easy as an angler, especially if we can only go so much that weekend. You know, it'd be great to be able to go fishing 3 or 4 days a week, but normally we're limited to 2, aren't we? So,
Yeah.
you know, I want to go and practice methods that I don't normally do. So I went to Stainforth and Keeper Canal, and all I took with me was my waggler rod, and I had a lovely day just fishing waggler across to a boat on the far side. Now, a freezing cold Sunday morning, I didn't think I was going to catch a lot. I didn't catch loads, but I did have a lovely day in great company. I caught a great big roach, a skimmer, a great big rudd, a perch, probably 12 ounce, and then a load of other little perch. Well, not a load, that's a massive exaggeration, sorry about that. A few of the perch and little fish to go with it. But what we did enjoy later in the day was seeing a very attractive young angler who was sat on the end peg. I'm just going to put a little clip of her in to run as I'm talking here. Katie Lockhart, beautiful girl. It was great to fish with her. She caught a few fish, gave her boyfriend Tom Potter a sound battering once again. And then after fishing, we went for some food. We
Fine food.
fine dining, absolutely exquisite. We went to a place called the Elm Tree in Elmton near Creswell. Slap up Sunday dinner. Me, myself, Ricky Marshall, who was kind enough to take me on the day, Ross Winfield, and Tom and Emily, and we had some lovely food, lovely beer. Great way to end a Sunday. How was your day?
I had an equally nice day, very different indeed. Actually, got a little rod. Marlo lent me a little rod and some lures for a method that's known as drop shotting.
Yes.
And myself and Joe Cottrell had a walk down my local stretch of canal, the Chesterfield Canal in Turnerwood.
It's that one, isn't it? Drop shotting. That's what you're doing, isn't
That's
it?
it. Little rubber lures.
Yeah.
Jig them along.
Yeah.
And we caught some lovely fish, and in fact I got a little video of me actually catching. I've had a little play with it before, but this was the first proper drop shotting outing.
Right.
And this was actually the second fish that I caught on it.
Well, our first proper drop shotting experience, and look at this. We're on the Chesterfield Canal in Turnerwood. Oh, and we've just nailed Percy the Perch. Look at him, what a lovely fish. On one of the little lures given to me by Nick Marlowe. Thank you, mate. Beautiful fish, look at that. Great way to spend a couple of hours on a Sunday.
It's funny you should mention drop shotting, because I actually went drop shotting the other night. You know.
Did you?
I did, yeah. I dropped a packet of number 8s, a packet of number 9s, a packet of number 10s, and I still didn't catch out.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
nothing.
going to take you. I'll take you. We'll go over Christmas and
I'll enjoy that. It does. It looks good fun. It looks
is.
good fun.
A little bit different.
So there you have it, folks. That's our weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, another week over.
And we will let you know how we get on next weekend when we've got an even more exciting weekend actually, schedule-wise. I'm going to Western Pool Saturday for their fur and feather match, and Sunday I'm on Stainforth and Keeper Canal. And you're on about going somewhere commercial silverfish fishing on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know where to go Saturday. I'm going to look for a little match somewhere Saturday, and then I'm with you on the Stainey on Sunday, hopefully with some roach, some hungry roach we'll be targeting, won't we?
That'll be lovely. So, we've enjoyed it, folks. We'll see you next week.
See you later, guys.